So I just heard a white perp, his name's Josh. He's been stalking me and torturing and raping me for years. He's from Moraine, Ohio. He is now a slave of the blacks. He tried to be a handler, and the blacks ended up dominating him with sex, pornography of all kinds. He was raped continuously since they linked Dayton, Ohio blacks who are gang stalkers to us in Miamisburg and Kettering. I mainly got harassed. I thought that was the worst thing that ever could happen to me. I basically was verbally abused throughout the day and night, and I almost lost my mind. And then they hooked up black people, and I said, "Oh my God, it's never say it's the worst targeting that you've ever had. Trust me, what they're doing to me is some of the worst shit that you could ever think of. It's so dumb. It's mainly dumb, okay? So I'm watching this movie, Goodbye, Uncle Tom. It's from 1971. It's filmed in Haiti. And I'll put a link in at the bottom. I think that you should watch it all the way through and look at it and then think about all of us on the planet. Don't just think about black people. Don't just think about them or whatever you would generally may think of as an American. Think about yourself and wonder, try to use your brain and look at that and ask yourself, what the fuck is this movie? Millions and millions of black people who are militant, including myself, because I was very militant, have watched this movie and said that's the closest it's ever gotten to the truth. It's the sickest, most twisted shit. What happened to black people and what black people did to each other. Because really what the slave trade is that black people tortured each other and raped each other. Okay? You cannot pull off the slave trade. I'm going to Google how long the slave trade lasted. Okay. We have some really dumb black people, and you're going to understand why there's so many dumb black people in America. I don't live in other countries. I live in America. And if you ever ask yourself, as anyone, it doesn't matter what color you are, what's wrong with black people? Regardless of what you are constantly being forced to hear. Ask yourself, when you see us in general, and you say to yourself, what the fuck is wrong with black people? This movie will tell you why. Goodbye, Uncle Tom. It's disgusting. All right. The transatlantic slave trade. I'm so tired of websites asking for a donation. From the 16th to the 19th century, okay, millions of Africans crossed the Atlantic Ocean to the Americas and were shipped from Europe to okay, let me repeat this. I'm sorry. I tend to scan documents because of my perps. They literally won't read a book on their own. I'm talking about the black gang stalkers. They will not read a book on their own. They will not watch the news on their own. If they do, I hope that they at least watch the news, but I don't believe so. That they want to see all information through me. That makes me a fucking slave to black people. I'm a slave to the black fucking race. Period. So these people are shipped from Africa. Okay, you know the story. Now, watch the movie. Think about your targeting. Think about the world. Try to get past your targeting. Because basically, if they continue to hook black people to the Americans, which I hope they do not, where they say a white group of people will start off first and have a black brain, and then they will torture it and then attach blacks to it. Once they attach blacks to it, it's pretty much game over, and you're basically not even human. That I don't feel human. I'm alive. I don't exist really, except like I see the world. I'm not really in it. I have to constantly look back inside into my brain to figure out which black person is going to rape and torture me and rape me repeatedly. I went out to the backyard to clean up. Winter's coming soon, and the gardening is over pretty much. And I mean, I did enjoy it. So many people in the community saw the flowers I grew, and I did it with intent to bring happiness to my neighborhood, because I am a TI and I don't want to get isolated and end up in the streets because of these black gang stalkers, because that's what they're trying to do. They're going to use the blacks to either get me to kill myself or become homeless, or you basically look at all the activity of the TIs that have broken the law. Okay, so it's horrible. And the black males in particular try to constantly make me feel you're frustrated, you're trapped, and you feel like a rape victim 24 hours a day. They basically chant it into my skull. Okay? And some of these people are homeless. You know, you're trapped, you can't escape, and you're raped. It's a rape that I feel raped 24 hours a day. Okay, and they do it, and they like it. They like it. They like it. And even all communication they want to control. That the slave trade existed because of the black race, period. That they kidnapped African people participated in it, African people sold black people. Okay? And you can't run a slave plantation without black people participating in it. Period. Don't believe the bullshit if some black person says the entire slave trade is the fault of the white race. It is not. Please believe me. Please believe me. That it's hell. I literally feel like I'm in a slave ship. I feel like I'm in a slave ship with a bunch of psychotic black people who can't keep it together. They don't want freedom. A lot of black people don't want freedom. You know, I'm going to Google the word freedom. You know, when you tell the white race that they have to constantly interact with you as a slave master, you're not free. I don't want to live like that, where I look at the white race and say, you know what, you constantly owe me something because of these African people suffering in the past. I don't want to think about it anymore. So, the Merriam Dictionary, freedom is a noun. The definition of freedom: the quality or state of being free, such as the absence of necessity, coercion, or constraint in choice or action. liberation from slavery or restraint or from power of another, independence, the quality or state of being exempt or released, usually from something onerous, freedom from care, unrestricted use, gave him the freedom of their home, ease, facility, spoke the language with freedom, the quality of being frank, open, or outspoken, answered with freedom, improper familiarity, boldness of conception or execution, a political right, franchise, and privilege. Franchise and privilege. Now, this franchise, I haven't been studying since I've been kidnapped by the black race, because what they do is they take the information, they still torture me, my life gets worse, they pretend to be an intellectual, they take the information and use it against me and everybody I know and the neighborhood that I live in, that they in fact want to destroy Kettering and the white race through me. Franchise. The right or license granted to an individual or group to market a company's goods or services in a particular territory. That's freedom. This is it. I believe in capitalism. I don't want to be the slave of a communist, welfare, black race. I want to be free, and I want to be part of the market. I want to be part of a company. I want to make money. I want to get a check. I want to be free, to travel, to live, to love, to be with my family. I want my family back without black pedophiles looking through my eyes. I want to see women without having to worry about the black men looking through my eyes wanting to rape them. Many times I've seen white women, and they will take the image of the white female and then rape and masturbate to it. Rape the image and a pornographic image into their brain activity while they're linked with me and other people in our country. All right, so goodbye, Uncle Tom. I'm going to put the link in at the bottom. Please watch it, and good luck today. Try to do something for yourself. Stay clean, clean your home, clean your property, be with real people, talk to real people. Getting on the phone with other TIs really helps. I did that one day. I talked to a few TIs in one day, and my brain healed it. I was able to heal some of my brain. You don't want to be trapped in the house with a bunch of psychopaths in your brain. They're not real. It's not real. They're not in the room. Don't talk to them. They're a bunch of losers somewhere. Don't worry about it. Don't talk to them. Do not obey them. Don't obey them. Do not obey them. They are all psychopaths. Do not obey them. And good luck.